If you're a solo bedroom guitarist, don't have a bass, or don't have other people to record with, I've got the perfect solution for you. With just 3 simple plugin moves, you can transform your 6-string into a low-end grumbling machine. I know that when setting up my own little home studio, I had to keep a tight budget, but I didn't want the quality of my music to suffer as a result. And I knew that a decent bass would cost me at least a couple $100. Not only did I not have the money for that, but I did not have the space for it either. Fortunately, I was able to make it work with what I had, and today I'm going to teach you how to do the exact same thing for yourself. But first, I want to give you a super valuable resource that will boost your guitar recordings and tones. It's my Elite Tones cheat sheet, and it's completely free. It'll teach you how to dial in killer amp tones. Plus, it'll teach you how to make your virtual amp sims sound like authentic amplifiers. Download this free resource by clicking the link in the description or by going to zakshawguitar.com. Then come back to this video to learn how to record bass while only using your guitar. Alright, so first I'm going to show you a little sample of what we're working with so far, just to get an idea of the vibe of what this project is about. So as you can hear, this track sounds okay so far, but it's really missing some heaviness and punch because there was no bass playing yet. But I'm going to show you the guitar track that I laid down with no plugins, because this is how you're going to want to start. You're going to want to record a mock bass track on your guitar, and this is what that sounds like so far. So this really isn't serving as a bass track just yet because there's no low end. It's just like a clean, boring guitar part. So the first thing we're gonna do to bring that guitar track down to the bass register is add a pitch shift plugin. So what I'm using, I'll pull it up right now, is the Repitch, which is a stock pitch shifter in Reaper, my DAW or digital audio workstation. For those of you who don't know, yes, the bass is lower in pitch than the guitar, but how low, you ask? It is 1 octave lower. So we're gonna take our shift, where it says shift and octaves in parentheses, we're going to slide it down to -1 octaves. So here is what this will sound like now. It's pretty quiet, but you can definitely tell, especially if you're wearing headphones when you're watching this, that it is much lower in its tonal register. Now that we've got our guitar down into the bass register, our digital audio workstation basically thinks that we've got a bass plugged in, and that's what we recorded this track with, even though it was really a guitar. But we're still not quite there yet. We want a more authentic bass tone with this, okay? Because all the little details in combination are what make this. We're gonna use a virtual bass amp simulator to add a more authentic bass tone to this. By doing so, we really solidify the illusion of using an actual bass guitar. So what I used for that is a plugin called Amplitude 5. I'm not sure if this particular bass amp sim is free, but I'm pretty sure if you download the free version of Amplitude, you do have access to a free bass amp in your collection. If I find the link, I'll post that in the description for you to check out as well. So I'm using the SVX48 bass amp simulator, and I'm leaving that as is for now, and I'm going to show you what that sounds like. So now that we've done that, we've added a whole other element of realism to this grand illusion we're performing for our musical audience, because now our bass doesn't sound as phony, it sounds more organic, almost like an actual bass. So now we're going to use some effects to really drive this thing home. And to start that, we're going to use some distortion. You can either use a separate distortion plugin, or in this case with Amplitude 5, I can just plug in a virtual distortion pedal. So here's my pedal board here. I'm going to activate my distortion. I'm going to show you what that sounds like. And as you can see, there's another effect pedal on this pedal board, and here's the bonus tip for you, okay? The bonus plugin move, and that is to add some compression. Again, you can use a separate compressor plugin, or in this case, Amplitude has provided us with a compressor pedal. So I'm going to flip that on, and the reason we're doing that is to make this track more mix ready, because it makes the higher end spikes more level, and it brings the quieter parts up a little so that they're louder. It's a really subtle difference, but it's the combination of all these subtleties that make for a larger impact. So here's the before and after of this bass track within this little mini song we've got going on. With these 3 simple plugin moves, plus the bonus plugin move, you have just transformed your guitar into a bass. How rad is that? The pitch shift drops your guitar down into the bass range. The bass amp sim gives you a more authentic bass tone. And the distortion makes those harmonics pop. And when you add some compression to that, it makes the track way more mix ready. Before you consider spending money on a bass, go ahead and give these plugin moves a try and see how they sound. And to really make your recording stand out, don't forget to download my free Elite Tones cheat sheet if you have not done so already. It gives you my best tips on how to dial in killer amp tones, and it also shows you how to make your virtual amp sims sound like real physical amplifiers. Click the link in the description or go to ZachSharGuitar.com and grab this free resource so you can take your tones to the next level. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Zach with Zach Shar Guitar, and I will see you in the next one.